Are you struggling to build momentum to start a thing that you've been meaning to start for a very long time? Stay tuned, I'll show you how to fix it. One of my favourite stories in the Bible is from 2 Kings chapter 4. We see a woman who's just lost her husband, and now her husband's creditors are threatening to take away her sons to pay for her husband's debts. So she's in a really desperate situation and she's looking for a way out. She tells Elisha, and Elisha says to her, "What do you have in your house?" He then replies, "Nothing, but I do have this small jar of olive oil." He says to her, "Go to your neighbours and ask for containers." And she does so. And he says to her, "Begin to pour the oil into containers." And like a joke, that one small bottle of olive oil begins to fill all the containers she was able to collect until there's no more containers. She was then able to go on and sell those jars of olive oil for money to pay her debts and live off the rest. In this season of my life, I seem to be hearing this story over and over and over again, and it has really been speaking to me about how to build momentum. There are many things to take away from that story, but I'm just going to talk about 4. Sorry to interrupt your video, but can I ask you a very quick favour? Could you give us a like if you're enjoying this video so far, and comment, interact with us, let us know that you're enjoying it, let us know your thoughts. And finally, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. All these things really help our engagement on this channel, help us to grow, help us to reach other people just like you, and helps us to make the impact that we intended. I'll let you get back to it. Start with what you have. This widow had nothing in her house but a jar of olive oil. And it is with that God was able to do a miracle. Many times we just completely overlook the things that are right underneath our nose. We overlook our gifts, we overlook our talents, we overlook the things that are in our house, the things that we already have and that we can actually use to start to build momentum. We tend to want to wait to be able to, get here or do this or receive this, but actually the power is in what you already have. So she had a small jar of olive oil, and from that, she was able to receive a miracle that God had in store for her. Imagine if Elisha did not highlight that to her. She would have gone around saying that she has nothing, not knowing that in that jar of oil, she had everything that she needed to get herself out of the rut that she was in. If you're looking for how to build momentum, why don't you look within and look around you to see what you have? Ask for help. Do you see that she went to ask the neighbours for jars? She used her community around her. We need to look around us and use our friends, use people in our church, use people in our communities, use our family members to help us. Sometimes people don't know that they have what you need and they're actually willing to give it, but you just haven't. So open your mouth and actually ask for help. Number 3, just start pouring. Just start doing something. You want to start a YouTube video, pick up your mobile phone and just start recording. You want to, start running, you want to run a marathon, at least get out of the house and start walking. Just do something with what you already have. That is the only way to build momentum. If you notice that, when something starts rolling down a hill, it first starts really slowly and then starts to pick up speed as it continues going. That is exactly what momentum is. So to gain momentum, you just have to start. Trust God for supernatural abundance. We serve a God whose plan is to prosper us. We serve a God who cares about our successes more than we ever could. And so we have to trust God that when we start, when we do something in the natural, He will add the super to make it supernatural. She started with a jar of olive oil and ended up with multiple numbers of jars of olive oil that she was then able to sell. She became a distribution channel of oil, somebody that had nothing before when she started. And so there's power in just starting. There's power in trusting God to multiply what you have. You'll be surprised. When people ask me for advice as to when they're starting out in something, I always say, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Doing those three things will open doors for the rest. And you would be surprised how quickly you can progress if you just start. No matter how small it is, no matter how insignificant your start feels like, trust me, the Bible says, do not despise small beginnings. So don't despise your small beginning and just start, and you will see how the momentum will begin to build up. Put your trust in God and be encouraged to just start. I would love for you to tell me in the comments what it is that you'll be starting. And that ends this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.